Donkey Kong.
Welcome to the Gamer Bros breakdown of Donkey Kong 64, a serious, in-depth, and certainly non-didactic breakdown of a beloved nostalgic gem. You like that? You like how we used the intro and the music from the game at the beginning? Do you remember that? Donkey Kong 64 was a Nintendo 64 platformer released in 1999, meaning that you, a YouTube viewer likely in your mid-20s to mid-30s that had this video recommended to you on your homepage, are a target demographic to passively engage in a critical breakdown of this nostalgic childhood product. You've probably seen a few breakdowns of Donkey Kong 64 on YouTube already, but don't worry, there is so much more left to say, because we at the Gamer Bros have done a critical deep dive and are going to share some keen and exclusive insight on this game. When you see what we've got in store for you, you're gonna go bananas over how Donkey Kong 64, while a fun and inventive game, in retrospect was bloated, unwieldy, and stuffed with too many objectives to complete. But we have plenty more insight to throw your way. Check out this Donkey Kong 64 trivia. We have so much to say on this game. Fact 1. Get ready for this. Donkey Kong 64 was originally developed as a new installment in the Donkey Kong Country series. I know, right? And that series was a spin-off of another popular Nintendo series, this one known as the Donkey Kong Games. Who would have thought there was so much history here? Fact 2. The Donkey Kong series was traditionally 2D, but for this game, Nintendo and Rare upped the ante and created a full-blown 3D platformer. 3D platformers were all the rage on home consoles at the time. Bet you didn't know that, unless you have been alive at any point since the 1990s. Content 3. Donkey Kong 64 had a unique but cumbersome character select system that allowed players to switch between 5 playable Kongs. You see, in Donkey Kong 64, you had to seek out and enter tag barrels to switch between 5 playable Kongs because there were a variety of items only certain Kongs could collect. This proved frustrating to players as it meant you had to switch between 5 playable Kongs to collect Kong items, but you could do it by switch between 5 playable Kongs in a unique 5 playable character. This is a Gamer Bros exclusive. We've actually interviewed one of the original lead developers of Donkey Kong 64, senior programming coder Tim Nathan, for insight.
So what can you tell us about working on Donkey Kong 64?
Well, when we first started programming the game, it was actually on Nintendo 64 DD, which is an add-on.
We already know that.
You do?
That's been on Wikipedia for decades now. Can you come up with something new? Something we might not already know?
Well, okay. Did you know that 18 months into development, the entire team was rejiggered?
We know that already too. That's been in like 5 Donkey Kong 64 videos already. You're gonna have to come up with something more exciting than that to make this video interesting.
Do you know any places that are hiring?
What?
There's so much to dive into and pick apart with Donkey Kong 64. We're going bananas over it. Did you know there is a DK rap in this game? For years, an urban legend has persisted that the reason Donkey Kong 64 shipped with the Nintendo 64 expansion pack was because of a game-breaking bug discovered right before the game was released. In a desperate last-minute attempt to save the game, Nintendo and Rare actually shipped the game with the expansion pack, the only way they could avert catastrophe for a massive flagship game that had been in development for 3 years. To this day, Donkey Kong 64 fans debate the legitimacy of these rumors. Was there a game-breaking bug? Did the expansion pack fix the whole thing? Is the conspiracy true? Well, we decided to investigate this matter thoroughly by bringing it up with our special guest. And now, the Gamer Bros can exclusively confirm the truth.
Well, not quite. Yeah, there was a bug late in development, but fixed it before it shipped. I actually talked to the gamer guys about this.
Wait, you spoke with the gamer guys? Get out. This was supposed to be our exclusive interview, and you went behind my back and spoke with a rival YouTube content creator?
Donkey Kong 64 holds a massive, unforgettable legacy for nostalgic YouTube viewers that played it as a kid and now browse YouTube looking to passively watch retroactive breakdowns of media they're nostalgic for. It's a game that's yielded so much discussion and holds so much more to be scrutinized. One could say you can go bananas
for this video game.
Donkey Kong.
Welcome to the Nostalgic Media Bros breakdown of the Gamer Bros breakdown of Donkey Kong 64. You remember the Gamer Bros, right? It was a YouTube video essay series released in the early 2020s, meaning that you, a YouTube viewer in your 40s to late 50s, are a target demographic to passively engage in a critical breakdown of this nostalgic gem. And don't worry, we at Nostalgic Media Bros have done a critical deep dive to share some keen and exclusive insights.